Emotional moments. King Felipe awards Princess Leonor the Grand Cross of Naval Merit. The room fell silent before anyone realized it had happened. Cameras paused mid-click, breaths caught halfway in the chest, and even the sea breeze outside the Naval Academy seemed to wait, because everyone sensed this wasn't just another royal ceremony. Something deeper hung in the air. And at the center of it all stood Princess Leonor, her posture straight, her eyes shining, and her father, King Felipe VI, approaching her with an expression that blended pride, tenderness, and something unmistakably emotional. It was the moment Spain had been waiting for, the day its future queen received the Grand Cross of Naval Merit, a prestigious honor awarded rarely and only to those who embody extraordinary commitment, discipline, and service. But no one, not the cadets, not the officers, not even the royal watchers, expected the level of emotion that would unfold. A ceremony charged with meaning. The Grand Cross of Naval Merit is not simply a medal. It is a symbol of duty, of sacrifice, and of deep ties between the crown and Spain's military forces. Traditionally granted to distinguished military personnel, the award being presented to Princess Leonor held an extra layer of significance. She wasn't receiving it as a royal formality. She was receiving it as a cadet, an officer in training, someone who had walked the same corridors, endured the same early mornings, and met the same rigorous expectations as her fellow students. When King Felipe lifted the medal, his hands steady but his eyes noticeably bright, the crowd knew they were witnessing a defining moment in the history of the Spanish monarchy. "For your dedication, your discipline, and your unwavering commitment to Spain," he said, his voice thickening ever so slightly, "I award you the Grand Cross of Naval Merit." Princess Leonor maintained her composure, but anyone watching closely could see her swallow hard, fighting back emotion. The weight of the moment, both literal and symbolic, rested on her shoulders. A rare father-daughter moment on the world stage. Royal events are choreographed, rehearsed, and perfected. But no amount of protocol could disguise what happened next. When King Felipe fastened the medal onto Leonor's uniform, the two exchanged a look, just one, brief, unguarded moment, that revealed a deeper story. To the world, he is a king. To her, he is a father who has watched his daughter step into responsibilities that most 18-year-olds could never imagine shouldering. Royal watchers immediately recognized the significance. This wasn't just a monarch honoring his heir. This was a father watching his child take her place in a centuries-old legacy, one he knows she will one day inherit. Leonor's slight smile, paired with Philippe's soft nod, was enough to send social media into a frenzy. Clips of the moment spread within minutes, with fans describing it as the most touching royal exchange of the year. Leonor's path, from princess to future queen. To understand the emotional depth of the ceremony, you have to understand the journey that brought Leonor to this moment. From the outset, Princess Leonor's life has been marked by preparation. While her public image has always been polished, her military training revealed another side: discipline, resilience, and a willingness to prove herself through action rather than title. During her time at the Naval Military Academy in Marin, she trained in everything from navigation and sailing to tactical exercises. She shared living quarters with other cadets and adhered to the same demanding schedule. No special treatment, no shortcuts. Officers noted her determination. Cadets respected her effort. Spain admired her humility. This award wasn't given because she is a princess. It was earned. Spain reacts. A moment of unity and pride. Across Spain, reactions poured in almost immediately. Newspapers highlighted the symbolism of the event, a future queen honoring the nation's military traditions with sincerity and competence. Commentators called it the beginning of a new era, noting that Leonor represents a generation ready to blend tradition with modernity. Even those who are not avid royal followers found themselves moved by the ceremony. It wasn't the grandeur that captured attention, it was the authenticity. The visible pride on King Felipe's face, the emotional restraint on Leonor's, the applause that rose in unison from the audience, everything created a sense of national cohesion. For a country that has experienced political shifts, economic challenges, and social debates, seeing the king and his daughter united in such a profound way offered a moment of collective inspiration. The Naval Academy's tribute. Following the award, the Naval Academy paid its own tribute to the princess. Cadets performed a brief ceremonial formation, their synchronized steps echoing across the courtyard. Officers spoke of her leadership, her willingness to listen, and her ability to inspire others, not through authority but through example. One remark stood out: "She may be our future queen, but here, she became one of us." That sentence carried weight. It captured exactly why the ceremony felt so emotionally charged. Leonor wasn't being placed above the institution, she had proven herself within it. A future defined by duty and heart. As the ceremony concluded, Leonor stood proudly, the medal glinting against her uniform. Her future is one of responsibility, expectation, and constant scrutiny. But in that moment, she appeared grounded, someone stepping into her destiny with awareness, strength, and humility. King Felipe placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder before they turned to face the audience. Once again, the gesture was subtle, but the message was clear. He believes in her. Spain believes in her. And she is ready. An emotional legacy in the making. The awarding of the Grand Cross of Naval Merit will undoubtedly be remembered as one of the most defining moments of Princess Leonor's early public life. Not because of the medal itself, but because of what it represented: growth, dedication, and the bond between a father and daughter who both carry the weight of a crown. Leonor's journey is only beginning. But if this ceremony is any indication, she will lead not only with authority, she will lead with heart. And Spain will be watching, proudly, every step of the way.